tonight. As the opioid epidemic becomes a nationwide crisis, state lawmakers looking into ways of reducing the amount of prescription opioids that are on the streets.
News 5's reporter Mark Boyle in studio tonight. And Mark, again, this is in the early phases, but one would actually crack down on doctors?
Specifically reducing the amount of opioids they can prescribe. And while overall doctors aren't in favor of laws that inhibit their ability to practice medicine, we found one who has a different opinion. As the opioid epidemic skyrockets around Colorado, treatment facilities like the Recovery Village at Palmer Lake are flooded with addicts looking for help.
Young adult, 18 to 30-ish. We do see an older population, predominantly from a chronic pain management standpoint. They've been on pain medications for a long period of time, and that population is probably in their 30s to 60s age range.
A newly announced series of bills with bipartisan support would impose a 7-day limit on some opioid prescriptions unless a doctor deems more is necessary. The bills would also seek a federal waiver to allow Medicaid to cover residential rehab for opioid addiction, which could cost as much as $173 million a year, with the state's share totaling just under $50 million a year.
I think that more money that goes into treatment and prevention, rehabs, outpatient management, medication-assisted therapies, I think will all play huge roles in saving lives.
In Colorado, reports show the rate of drug overdose deaths since 2000 has more than doubled. Experts say that's in large part because of opioids. But the fear with this legislation is that with fewer prescription opioids on the streets, heroin use could jump.
From a short-term perspective, that is a big concern of mine in terms of I believe there will be an uptick in the amount of heroin used in addition to opioids. Pills that are on the market will definitely increase in terms of price.
Yet Dr. Robert Oshner still thinks the long-term effects from bills to limit opioids is a good step in fighting this national crisis. And the cluster of bills will be introduced in the next legislative session, all part of a search for a long-term solution statewide. I'm Mark Boyle, News 5.